But he didn't know how to parallel park, and I mean, what are you supposed to do? Have your mom drive you? But he went off to college, and pretty quickly, he started seeing this girl, and we started hearing about Samaria. And I remember thinking, oh, congratulations, bro. You did it, you finally got a girlfriend, that's so exciting. And then I heard she was coming to Easter. And I was not particularly happy about having to share my big brother with someone else. And you know, there's that old adage that little girls grow up to marry men like their father, and little boys grow up to marry women like their mother. And so I thought Samaria would be a lot like my mom. And for those of you that have met both Meg Lochran and Samaria, you know that they're not that similar. And as Samaria came for that first Easter, it grew quite apparent to me that Samaria was a lot more like someone else in our family. When we went out to dinner, she knew exactly what she wanted to order. She not only competed in the family Easter egg hunt, but she ended up winning most of the money. She had a drive to her and she knew what she wanted. And at the time, the thing that she really wanted was this really expensive camera. And so my 12-year-old brain, gears started turning, and I realized Galvin wasn't marrying his mom. He was marrying his little brother. And I liked that. And over the years, Samaria and even Luca have joined our family over the holidays, whether it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, or Easter. And although I wasn't always delighted to have to share my brother, I saw how happy she made him. And Samaria did turn out to be pretty cool. It wasn't until the end of my sophomore year of college, when Galvin and Samaria came to Los Angeles, that I knew she was the one, though. Galvin and Samaria were in town for work, and they were like, oh, Liam, you want to go to dinner? And I was like, sure. So we went out to dinner, a nice place, and in classic Lochran fashion, we would do anything not to have to pay for parking. I swear my dad has a gym membership just so we can get validation after seeing movies. And so we had parked into Whole Foods. It was 90 minutes of parking with a purchase at Whole Foods, and it was great. We went out to dinner, and 85 minutes later, we're sprinting back to Whole Foods. Galvin and I bust through the aisles, go looking for any pack of gum, a thing of Mentos. We get up to the register, slap everything down, and we look around. We're like, where's Samaria? And we look over, and there she is in the dessert aisle, scooping little Danishes and chocolate eclairs into a plastic tin. And we're like, Samaria, what are you doing? We gotta go. And she looks at us, a questioning look on her face, and she says, but what about breakfast tomorrow? And that's when I knew. Galvin, you have your hands on the wheel of your life, focused on the task in front of you, always living in the moment as you work in the hospital, saving lives. You've inspired me to want to tell stories with my life, and there's nothing like the swell of pride I get when someone asks, oh, what does your older brother do? And I get to go, oh, Galvin, he's an orthopedic surgeon.
Yes.
Growing up with you, whether it was playing Call of Duty for 6 hours on end, trying to best each other with magic tricks, or tying me to a chair and locking me in the bathroom, I loved every second of it because I got to do it with you. That being said, you're also incapable of washing a dish, are convinced dial soap can be used as a substitute for face wash, and honestly, considering your coordination abilities, the fact that this wedding is even happening, bit of a miracle. Samaria, Galvin may have his hands on the wheel, but you have your eyes on the road. Whether we're actually alike, or it was just my third child brat brain trying to somehow comprehend Galvin wanting to hang out with someone other than me, only time will tell. But I know one thing's for sure, and that's that you're the type of person that I want to be. You're one of the most proactive, dedicated, driven people I have ever met, and your frugality, worldliness, frugality in a good way, I think it's a good quality. Your worldliness and your overall poise are constantly inspiring me. I'm so happy that I have someone in my life to look out for Galvin, whether it comes to financial stability, what sneakers to wear, or what to have for breakfast tomorrow. You two make an incredible couple together, and I'm so happy that we are all here celebrating you, and there's still celebration to come, so if everyone would please raise their glass to Galvin, Samaria, and the road ahead.
Cheers!
Give it it up for Galvin's best man and brother, Liam. And then, keeping the applause going, up next we'll hear from Samaria's maid of honor, Jina. Make some noise for Jina.
Well, Liam will definitely be the funny speech of the night. Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Jina. When Samaria first asked me to be her maid of honor, she referenced this quote that said, what draws people to be friends is that they see the same reality, they share it. And that's certainly been true of our friendship. For instance, when we found our first home together after college, what others might have seen as a decrepit apartment, we saw as charming. Or how we dedicate an extensive amount of time to finding desserts, others see as unnecessary, as Liam said, we see as imperative to a successful day. Or how some people may see a trip to Copenhagen in frigid February as undesirable, Samaria and I also see as undesirable, but memorable. And I've always felt so lucky that Samaria and I share all these realities because in truth there are many things we don't share. For instance, Samaria's unfaltering work ethic that brought her to Wharton, or her dedication to family and friends shown through daily phone calls to her mother Maria, and her unfailing ability to create a good time, whether that's dancing all night in Ibiza or we're huddling by a space heater in our aforementioned decrepit apartment. While all these characteristics of Samaria are exceptional, what's even more remarkable is that she's now found a husband who possesses the same exceptional qualities. Like Samaria, Galvin is brilliantly smart, dedicated, and knows how to have a good time. I still remember this humble smile Samaria maintained when she told me that Galvin had aced an early med school exam, establishing himself a top student at Georgetown very early on. Of course, his dedication shown through hours-long phone calls with Samaria, no matter the time difference or what trip we were on. And to everyone here and Galvin's family, I need not share how Galvin has a good time, because we all know Galvin knows how to have a good time. Samaria, as you and Galvin embark on this journey together that is your marriage, I won't be able to share all the realities with you anymore. Don't worry, Galvin, I won't be moving in. But I still see the same realities in your future. The reality where you two enjoy the most memorable days off at Scribe Winery, or trips filled with Campari spritzes. The reality where you two only eat the best donuts and never have a mediocre one. The reality where your home is filled with super inconvenient to transport objects that Samaria finds while traveling, and a garden filled with olive trees. And of course, the reality where your marriage is long and beautiful. I love you both so much, so please join me in toasting to the bride and groom. May all of Samaria and Galvin's realities be lasting and happy, and the challenging ones short.
Cheers, 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 cheers. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Let's hear it for Jina, Samaria's maid of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, dinner service will resume. Please continue to enjoy yourselves.